And welcome to Racing, Pacing, Chasing, Season 2, Episode 17. I'm Aaron Bain, Tommy Javor to me left. Welcome, Tommy.
Great to be here, Bainey.
Now, mate, you're the Let It Ride got beat, but Tommy's Impact on fire last week.
I told him, 20 easiest $70 you're ever going to make. Just listen to Tommy's Impact, you can't go wrong.
I was actually going to, you had the Let It Ride when I would have let you sit in the host seat tonight.
Oh,
but,
so close.
So close. And
Big shoes to fill. Well, I think Basil might be coming for the host seat real soon.
As we're back at the Prince Albert. They're back in action too. And we talk about the Prince Albert Hotel in Gawler. Great sponsors of the Racing, Pacing, Chasing show, and they're back this week. And Baz, he's up and about. He's got a pocket full of cash. We'll get to him later, but we stopped in to try and see him the other night when they'd open on Monday night. He wasn't there.
Yep, we're not sure if it's 2 in a row or 3 in a row. You're saying 3, I say 2.
Three. We claim it. We get Baz back into form. Also, the Choice Hotels Group, we thank them for their ongoing support. And tonight, we're back here. It's a bit like our home ground, the wine storage and logistics here at Ottaway.
Yeah, enjoying it here. Of course, Simon Burns just zipping around on the forklift out the back doing his thing.
He's giving Rocky the keys tonight. He just said, lock up when you finish.
No worries. Beer fridge is there. So.
Beautiful. Anyway, into some racing action. That's what we're here to talk about. And what about the efforts of Chris Waller on the weekend? Had the Chairman's Cup in Brisbane, had 7 runners, and he said, I'll take the first 6 home. He said, I'm not sure what he did with the 7th one, mate.
A bit of a letdown. That's the one I would have been on.
Yeah, you probably weighed it down. But anyway, pick 4 paid over $3,000, and you just had to have Waller.
Very, very handy. And I guess the question raises, how do you beat him? Like, you got to get some more horses.
You join him.
Yeah.
You can't beat him, you join him,
they
say.
Certainly a fair effort by the great man.
While we're on Waller and talking Sydney, the Peter Verlandis, he always seems to get his way, the New South Wales racing CEO, and crowds on their way back. When I sent that to our great producer Rocky Butterworth today, he thought that was crowds back at Globe Derby, not Randwick on the weekend.
And I mean, let's not get off topic. Are they far away? Looking forward to getting out to Globe Derby.
Yeah, we might just open the gates when the great Bottle Rock's due to start.
Bottle Rock and Angus, don't forget.
If the crowds don't open until Angus gets there in about 12 months' time, Rocky will commit.
Yeah, and look, you could probably see just by the smile on our face, just talking about the idea of owners, and then the general public, whether it is racing, pacing, or chasing, it's just going to be great to be back at the track. I really missed it.
Hey, talking about chasing, when they tell me tonight what good odds Diana ran tonight at the trials, I can't wait to get to Angle Park. So
Panajotto on fire.
Oh, what about him?
Back
Seriously.
3 winners. One of them was $1.28, but
the other one $1.40. I can't wait to get onto the chasing segment tonight and really just launch on him. But anyway, we've got racing news to talk. Let's get to news, brews and barbecues. News, brews and barbecues, thanks to Punk Club. They tell me we're going to see Jason Neve in the next week or 2 as well. So we've got Baz to see at the Prince Albert. We've got Jason Neve. We're coming back for it. You know the best part about hosting the Punk Club? You weren't there last year. He makes you host the show with a beer on set. He's a great guy, Jason Neve. Really looking forward to it. But now, don't know if this is a news or it's a brew or it's a barbecue, but
it's news.
Tommy Stokes.
Yep.
He's Philip Stokes' son of leading trainer, Philip Stokes. He's had 7 charges laid against, of laying Stokes-trained horses through a period of 2017 to 2019.
Over 3 years, yep.
Fined $1,500.
Yeah.
For pleading negligence. Thoughts?
Yeah, lucky, I'd suggest.
Yes.
I'd suggest there seems to be a bit of inconsistencies. We've seen some incredibly severe, and it is a bit of apples and oranges, but some of the fines and suspensions that jockeys have copped for not riding on their merits and doing things wrong. I think Huey Bowman dropped a whip at one point and he copped a hiding for that. $1,500 for that. I'd suggest that the jockeys are probably held to a higher standard. He's a bit lucky.
Yeah. It's a very interesting one, and we only spoke about it on last week's show with the attention around the Queensland trainers and the race day practices and that happening and the perception of that from the media. This is probably no different, but how hard you can come down on someone that's probably only a licensed stable hand really. But and having that inside word, probably
nothing wrong with stable hands.
No, but it's 100%. But it's not probably and not knowing the full context myself. But it's probably no different than me saying to you, I don't think you can horse in this. I don't think you can win this week. I think it's unders. And that's how the market judge a horse too. If the market judge it or the punters judge it at a $2 chance, and you as a trainer think it doesn't probably warrant being a $2 chance, that's you got to be careful there at times.
It's a very slippery slope, isn't it? Yes. Almost the inside of trading.
No, 100%. And I give you a direct example. only last night we had one at $2, and there was another favourite in the race at $2.10. I said, I think it's the one to beat. I think we're unders. It probably should be favourite. Now it won by a head. Now I haven't said anything wrong.
Did you back the other horse?
No, I certainly didn't. But Philip Stokes didn't. And this is the charge against his son. So it's an interesting topic.
No, but you don't have a son, do you?
No, I didn't.
But if your son had rang me and said get on this other one, well, it's not really a done thing.
Without knowing the full details.
And that's, I don't know the Stokes family, and
without knowing the full details, there may be more behind why he was only fined $1,500 and not heavier dealt with. So, but we'll leave that to the stewards to handle. Further on, the spring racing carnival dates changed. Been an interesting follow up last week with Your thoughts on that? We spoke about last week Kieran Maher's thoughts, and this week Nick Williams, and multiple Cox Plate Melbourne Cup winner owner says he agrees.
Yeah, and I went pretty hard and disagreed, and I gave you my reasons, the culture and the importance of that time of the year. It's great to see some real names in racing have come out and supported what I've said.
Yeah.
Not specifically what I've said, but their views.
Oh no, I heard them. They said, quote Tommy Javor on racing, pacing, chasing.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure. It was Gay and Chris Waller that came out and said that they very much they agree. They're against the changes, particularly the Caulfield Cup. The Caulfield Cup is it's a prestige race, and they just don't want it to become another one of those races. I mean, I look at the racing today. There's 50 races. There's a million horse races, so the special ones need to stay special.
Yeah, 100% agree. Now,
well said, Gay.
Interesting topic. We go to now with TRSA approved a period of maternity leave for our growing list of female jockeys in SA.
Yeah, now this is interesting. You don't have any children of your own in this country.
Moving right along.
I've got a couple. Well, I think this is fantastic. So basically, now the jockeys are going to get maternity leave. That's the essence of it. It comes from the second trimester, and I think that's fantastic. It gives just the female jockeys, it gives them the support they need to become parents. Yeah. Because how can you if they have to stop riding for 6 months and then maybe another it's a year out of their income, it's not really fair. So I think
it's an interesting one how the female jockeys are perceived from TSA as employees or contractors, but they're probably seen as contractors, and it's a great step forward. And you're right. There is a growing list of female jockeys in SA.
And let's be honest, if your horse is going around a border town, you don't want to see someone 8 months preggers jumping on the back.
I wouldn't have thought, mate. You need no lead weights. But it's time now for some brews. We love the brew segment. I'm still mentally scarred from a few weeks back with the double yoker challenge, and it's about time we bet again some stage soon, Tommy. So looking forward to when just the opportunity pipes up to return the serve. But one of our favourite and more vocal trainers at Morphettville, you could say, he's been a guest on our show before, John O'Connor, found a winner at very nice odds of $21 last week, and we know John is happy to celebrate any winner, let alone a $21 winner.
Yes, it's a rare. It didn't race in John's favourite colours, the Carlton colours. It actually went around in what I'd describe as a quite breathtaking and beautiful teal, black and white colours of Port Adelaide. And I tell you, I think that's fantastic. It deserves a win. And you look at it, John, what he's doing, he's just... I mean, it's pop culture. Port are top. They're undefeated for 3 months. He's jumped on the Port Adelaide colours and had a win. Well done, John. I love you.
Time for a barbecue, Tommy. We're firing the arrow at you to start with, mate. And last week you took the PI double fire out of poor Hannah last week after she lost by a lip for going down $19,000 in the pick 7. And she contacted us through the week and she said, I was watching racing, pacing, chasing. And mind you, good to know people are watching racing, pacing, chasing.
Thanks,
That's the most important part. So big shout out to Hannah. But she said, tell Tommy 2 words for me. And the first one, it rhymes with duck.
Sauce, duck sauce. No, look here, I've got Hannah. Let me just get my stiff shizzle list out and put you at the top of it, Hannah. Even though the lid's not off. You didn't even pay to go in the competition. It was a free competition. You lost. I'm sorry. Keep on punting. Punt responsibly. Yeah.
Follow Tommy's impact.
Yeah, Tommy's impact. Can't go wrong. Bad luck, Hannah.
Anyway,
but who is the barbecue this week? It's not me, sure.
No, the real barbecue this week goes to Baz. Baz the Barfly. Called into the Prince Albert Sunday night just to make sure everything was set for their opening at 3 o'clock on Monday afternoon. Chase up the $5. Baz owes as well for just keeping him rolling when Jacobite Prince did roll over. I was happy to keep honouring his bet, even though Baz was nowhere to be seen. But he said, I'll fix up the 5 and a free drink, and he wasn't there, mate. They tell me, right, the publican told me he was on a date. Seriously, he picked 3 in a row, not 2, 3. He has a chance to pay his debts and say, yep, I've done it. But he heads out with a pocket full of cash, and they tell me, not just to the Prince Albert, not to a pub down the road, to a nice little B&B in the Barossa, mate. And
with Mrs. Barfly?
He might even show on Cheers SA one day soon with surrounding himself in that sort of area. But Baz, pull your head in, mate. We're coming for you back at the Prince Albert, and you're paying your $5, and you're fixing us up that free drink. You're going for 4 in a row this week, and I'm going to put a lot of faith in you in the Let It Ride segment, because I'm going with your Baz the Barfly selection. We'll get to that shortly, all right? Anyway, Baz, it's time to find a winner. You're coming up shortly. Time now for 3 wide no cover. Right, 3 wide no cover. Thanks to Steve McInerney and his team, NJ Insurance Brokers. We've got one here, pre-notice for our viewers at Alvesvor. Is that how you say it? Alzevor. Goes around this week.
Alzevor.
But so don't let him get under your guard. We've mentioned him in previous weeks. But Tommy, you found one this week that you like.
Yeah, it was my Let It Ride last week. DiMaggio in race 4. Desperately unlucky. The notes here say it missed the start. It didn't miss the start. It was asleep. It was actually asleep. They took off.
Chautauqua-like.
It was Chautauqua-like. But it certainly made up a lot of ground.
Rocky owns one of them.
Yeah, you know? Does he?
Yeah. In the pacing world.
Yes.
You know, the most recent start, sorry to cut you off.
That's right.
It went to score up, saw the gate when we coming off the track, and went straight back out. Did not finish, did not complete the course, did not start. Didn't start.
Straight to the pie van.
Yeah, didn't make its way back to the stable.
Anyway, back on DiMaggio. I actually think it'll win next time. I thought it would win last start. It stood at the start. At the 250, it cops a Mark Rasciudio, Dean Kent type check. It's a massive hip and shoulder from another horse.
Don't argue.
It straightens and it flashes home. It's in the light blue with a light blue cap. You can't really miss it. Let's have a look at it, I reckon, if we can.
Let's take all the replay now.
It's to the outside. The leader, Mrs. Hyde. 250 metres to run. Larkham can't get the run on the rail. Dinger finds the front. Looking for a gap is Silver Lining late. It's Dinger in front. Silver Lining's charging through. DiMaggio wider out with Magno. Silver Lining belting through under the inside of them. And Silver Lining went on to score. From a big run second.
Before we leave 3 wide no cover, I got a late nomination from one of our Piranha media members, our producer himself. He said there was a horse in the last that, although it had no luck in the run, it still won and should be followed with confidence from now on.
Yes, and before we talk about that horse...
This is a Philip Stokes horse, so as long as Tommy says don't lay it, stay on
Tommy Stokes, not Tommy Impact. What is going on here? Racing people, we've got people ringing in, giving us tips, and we're reading them out now. I mean, the producer.
The producer sets our notes, but later on the chasing segment, there's a segment to be announced. He's rung up and said, "I want my own segment this week," because he doesn't trust my co-host. That's why.
And Panagiotto's got guys telling him, "I want in." My mates are telling me I'm the man behind the Impact. It's just slippery slope. We could be out there soon. Anyway,
I'm glad someone's behind the Impact.
Race 9, Philip Stokes train, Alma Drava. We're going to have a little bit of a look at its run. You can't miss it because it's all in black. Mate, talk about coming through traffic. It's like South Road in Pico. You watch it come through. It does a great job, and it's certainly one to watch.
Very descriptive. Let's take
well, Devontae, and then out wider is Papalet. Down nearer the rail, not much doing. Alma Drava, but Exalted Gold kept going. Alma Drava's through late. Devontae wider out. Devontae going through. Alma Drava, Exalted Gold. Alma Drava.
Tommy, you're on fire tonight. It's time now for Barry The Barfly. Now, you're going to disagree with me on Baz,
yep,
right? And I barbecued him, but now it's time to apologise and get back to business, okay? So... He disappeared, and now he's tipped 3 in a row, but you still only think it's 2.
Well, he wasn't on the first. Jacobite Prince was one of his favourites, but he did not back it the first week.
The poor bloke, his pub is shut down through COVID-19. You can't write him off.
Oh, hang on, let me just add him to Hannah's list. No, but look,
Jacobite Prince $7. If he was on the Let It Ride, that's debt collect. That's $35. Rolling that again, that's
$220.
Huh?
To 140.
140.
140. It's still all right.
No wonder you're out of a job.
We're going to have a look at it. Now, what's the name of the horse that we're going to have a look at?
So, at the moment, he would be, out of $10, he'd be letting it ride $1,400.
No.
$10 at 140, mate. Let it ride. 3 weeks in a row, okay?
I thought that was a $5.
No. So that's a $7 winner, 5. Gives you $1,440 to 1. $10 on it. 1,400. Do the maths, right? That's why this week, Baz, we're gonna announce his Barry the Barfly special, and I'm sticking with him in my Let It Ride.
So you're telling me there, he had $350 and he let that ride?
Yes.
All right, okay.
Well, that's what Let It Ride is, mate. If you do the maths.
Okay. This is Barry the Barfly, though, not Let It Ride.
I said, if you listen to me, and for the viewers out there going, Tommy, wake up to what he's saying, if he had been the Let It Ride, he would be currently letting it ride $1,400.
Can't wear it. He didn't have the first one.
Yes,
no,
he did.
He's letting it ride at 200.
Moving on. Let's take a look quickly at Brimhavari Hero. Right, is that what I said it right?
Yes, it's in red, white. It's in red, white sleeves and cap.
He's too good here, Baz. Let's take a look at the replay.
Domination ran to the lead. Zara Race and Brahmavi Vahiro are closing. Brahmavi Vahiro's really letting down strongly the last 100. Ranged up, laid into Zara Race, but he's got them beat. Brahmavi Vahiro raced away from Zara Race and Domination held.
You and I have nearly had a domestic over Baz again, right, this week. But this week, he's stuck with the McAvoy camp and he's gone with the way of Royalty. Race 8, number 8 on Saturday, Royalty. It's a certainty. Has raced second up only once for a very good win, and Baz says we'll find him in one of the Choice Hotels, beautiful rooms, having a well-earned 2-day break, 2 weeks in a row. Because this here, get $3 about it. You do the maths, Tommy. I'll leave that to you to get the calculator out for next week's show.
4,200 apparently, according to you. I
There you go.
give you 600. So here's the thing, Royalty.
Yep.
Baz reckons it's going to win.
Yeah.
You reckon it's going to win.
Yeah.
Rock reckons you can print your own money, it's going to win.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to win.
I'm doubling my bet. Anyway, that moves us into Let It Ride. Right, time now for Let It Ride. Very quick segment. Royalty, race 8, number 8, Morpheville on Saturday. Won't get beat. $10. There you go. It's mine this week. It's yours.
Normally when I do Let It Ride, I give them the, what race it's in,
I don't.
what am I wearing, who the jockey is, who the trainer is.
They don't need to hear any more, right? Your Let It Ride got beat last week. It's my turn to invest $10, and that is thanks to our team at Fluorio Milk who bring us Let It Ride.
All right, excellent.
So-
Just a quick score check. How many tips have you given our viewers so far this year that have won?
Mate, you're the tipster here.
All right.
I come into my own on the
true.
pacing segment.
This is true. You're the one that gets up at 5 in the morning.
And the chasing segment. Got our expert analysis man just covered last week. Anyway, it's time for Tommy's Impact.
Speaking of impact, Bainey, it would be remiss of me not to just take a step back a week, because when you have a win, it's nice to celebrate it and give a bit of a head wobble and sniff for the camera. Last week's Let It Ride was, of course, Dixon Street, beautifully read by Lockie Niendorf. He was on board, blue body and blue cap. It's a real nice pale powder blue, a nice crisp morning. I told everyone to put 20 on it. We'll turn it into 70. Easy money. Let's have a look at Lockie doing his thing on Dixon Street.
Boss is doing nothing. Cupid's Bow's getting into the clear late. Jarmint's coming with a run after Dixon Street at the 150. Dixon Street in front, kept going from Jarmint. Dixon Street, this is a good win. Dixon Street from Jarmint. Cupid's Bow, Francisca, a nice...
Right, enough of the past. It's about the future now. And what do you got for us this week?
Yeah, mate. Oh, clean as a whistle last week. Got 2 for you this week.
I hate when you have 2. Pick one.
Oh, no, I've got my bet, but
Okay.
I like a little bit of what I call the each way impact, just for those that like it rough. All right. Tommy's impact comes with actions this week. Quiet down, studio audience. All right, we're going to go to Flemington, race 7, number 5, Sikorsky. I watched it just get beat last start, but it's a very good horse. Got it at 450s today. It has won on soft tracks. Its last 3 runs have been good. It's got Ollie on board. Trainers are Hayes and Dabinick, does that right? Can't fault it in any way. It will win. So now, Tommy's impact. I always tell you 10 each way unless I'm absolutely certain. Just get you 10 each way, but I think it's going to win. The each way impact. Now, this one, no one agrees with me on this one, but I've got a hunch. And when Tommy's got a hunch, you can bet a bunch. So 10 each way. Randwick, I just come up with that then. Randwick, race 7, number 6. It's Schnitz. Got it at 10s today. It's had 9 wins through 25 starts. It's won its last 4. The concerns are the heavy track is predicted and it's coming from a wide barrier. If it can overcome those 2 slight obstacles...
What's good? What's going for it?
What's going for what?
What's going for it? You've said there's 2 slight obstacles. What's going
It's
for
won
it?
its last 4 in a row. Winning form's good form. Great man once told me, always bet with the streak, not against it. 9 wins through 25 starts. The horse has quality. It can win. Tommy's each way special. Schnitz. It's like the old Kenny Callahan, every bloody horse with an S in its name. Sorsky, Schnitz. And of course last week we had Dixon Street. Thank you very much. That's been Tommy's impact, getting my friends, the punters, rich.
I'm just a little concerned that you're pushing the punters out to investing 40 when you told them on week 1 of the show that was only 10 and you pushed them at the 2 10 each way bets this week. So
because I'm getting them rich, mate. They're more and more. Based on your Baz's calculations, they're on $86,000 now.
Righto, mate. Time to move on. We must thank our sponsors, and they are the Prince Albert Hotel, Gawler, and the Choice Hotels Group. Bring us the racing, pacing, chasing, and certainly the racing segment. It has been episode 17. It's been a tell you what,
it's been chaotic.
It's been chaotic, hasn't it? You've been very fired up this week. I just see what's in store next week. Hopefully, one of these two don't. I tell you what, if both of them win, I'll let you host the show. There you go. That's just a little. All right, both of them win. They got to both win. Not place. Both win. Tommy's impact. You can host the show.
I'll go poison the field.
Anyway, thanks for joining us this week, Tommy. It's been a pleasure as
Manny.
always, and looking forward to joining you again this time next week. Hang around, viewers. We've got the pacing segment up next.